all the way up tight. In a flat top.
You get your private hairdresser coming to the house?
Yeah. Hi, Daisy.
You got the life.
Well, is it hard to cut your hair?
Mine?
Who cuts your hair?
Shut up.
Who cuts your hair, for real?
With the buzzer. I find people. Uh-oh.
I'll call back. I'm in the middle of a haircut, so.
Hey, buddy.
They're afraid when they hear the clippers getting run over here.
Oh, they don't like it because they think it's for them. Right, Days?
7 hours a day. If I watched it for 7 hours a day, I would never get anything done.
So we talk about 90 Day Fiance, and it's playing right now in the background, and Jay's asking questions about the guy, so it's funny. All right. So, Angie, let me ask you this. Did you go to regular hair school? Or because you do the dogs also.
Yes.
So where did you learn?
Back east, I used to do hair.
Oh, you actually used to do that for a living?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I haven't done it in a long time, so it's like, you gotta kind of
Yeah?
get used to it. So, what I like to do is just clean up Jay first.
Because you do the dogs yourself all the time.
And they're done with different clippers.
They always look good, yeah.
They're not the same clippers. Dog.
Yeah, yeah. Saves you a lot of money to be able to do the dogs, that's for sure.
His hair grows so fast too, like he needs a haircut almost like every week.
That's what he does normally, yeah? 10 days at the latest, yeah. Last time we filmed that, we were at Julia's.
Do you remember when you used to get a haircut, Dave?
Yeah.
You had a mullet.
I know.
He did.
Those were the good old days when I used to
Have hair like a lot.
beep. I'm not finishing that sentence.
We get the gist.
Mullet. That's not a good name. Sounds bad.
I know.
I had a mullet too.
I think everybody did at some point.
You had the featherback mullet though. Since you had that curly locks.
Looks pretty good.
You're starting to get puffy here.
On the side,
You
yeah.
need to cut that.
Yeah.
I want to fade it closer is what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
So it's flatter here.
You want me to use?
I want it to shave in here. Like I need to go another level of clipper, you know.
We'll do the one.
But I mean, the bottom can be a lot tighter to here and then fade it into whatever here you have. It just needs to be a little tighter. Yeah.
Looks good.
Official now.
Less poofy on the side. Good job, Ange. All right. Very nice.
Ready to rock and roll.
You ready for your close-up?
Yes. everyone's least favorite exercise, the pull down behind the neck. Can you do pull downs behind the neck, or
I don't think so.
you tried lately? I still think this pulls the lats the best.
Yeah.
You see, I use my hands as hooks. Don't ask why I have 2 different colored straps. I always like doing these with a close grip. I used to separate my back into 2 different days, so I would have a width day, and then I would do more of the knottiness area, so like the rhomboids and all that. So this will be done on the rhomboids. For my wide movements, I do like pull downs, like high hammer rows, pullovers, pull ups, and really stretch, get the width that way. And this will be dedicated to like T-bar rows, bent barbell rows, cable rows, T-bars, which we're gonna do today, and keep flowing. So 45 to 60 seconds rest between each set. That's the key of keeping everything flowing and keeping that intensity up. I think this is the #1 exercise for getting the size to the lats. You want to get that V taper. Now, of course, I'm doing it weighted, but this is our favorite right here.
Yeah, I like this one.
You would never do this one.
I do this one all the time.
No.
Why?
Because they don't do this in the Mecca bodybuilding.
I do this one. It's right by the door in the back, you know.
With what handle?
I use the exact one that you have there.
Okay. didn't think they did that shit at the back.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they do. You can't talk shit about my back. I have a good back. That's all I have, you tell me.
Yeah, but you don't have to do anything for it.
Bullshit.
Right?
Come on. You still have to work for it somewhat.
Not really, though.
It's a
You
big-
don't pick anything off the floor. That's for sure.
Is that for shit sure?
No dumbbell rows, right?
Yeah, we do dumbbell rows.
On a bench.
On the bench. Yeah.
Nothing off the floor.
I hate you. You're terrible.
So you guys out there that are doing dumbbells off the bench.
It
That's
stinks.
the easy way. That's the easy route. Is this heavy or no?
Uh-oh, I was going to say 3 plates. We're going back to the Olympia. Here we go. Easy 10. Boom. Yep. That's heavy, dude. Yep.
Easy. My favorite. Home gym, this is one of the machines I wanted so bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I used to see Dorian Yates on
That's
this
right.
machine.
That's right.
And I used to think, man, that's how he gets his back, you know. But see how I hold one side?
Yeah.
So I do it kind of to balance. It gives me a little bit of a balance. But we used to have the plate loading machines used to, sometimes they go on top this way, you know. But what I don't like about the new ones,
Not the same.
the new ones, yeah, they're not the same. They're not,
They go too straight forward.
yeah, it takes away a lot of the movement. So that's what's not so good about it. You know, the handles are different.
Yeah. This has more.
It's the Gold's Gym Venice version.
You missed the Gold Gym, so don't talk shit.
I do, but it's the Gold's Gym Venice version.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's right. Yeah,
Even you could do like 5 plates on it. You know what I'm saying?
Even I.
How many plates you do on it?
I don't know. I don't train for strength, dude. I train.
I know, but how many plates you usually do on this machine?
Like 3.
Do you guys jimmy it though?
No,
You do it straight.
we leave it as is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy it. We don't Charles Glass it.
So crazy. I used to watch like these magazine articles. I used to see someone like Sean Ray do these. You know, the rope got incorporated later, and I did the rope, but for a straight bar, this always worked better for me to bring up my lower back. So some people use it as kind of a like a serratus type exercise. I actually use it to stretch the lat. So. You know why I do abs every back workout, right?
Because it's straighten your core. Yes.
You don't have any back issues, huh?
No.
That's what a lot of people do.
Which is more common, you think, shoulder or back?
I think back.
Really?
Yeah, because the problem is people squat and they do, they damage everything. I think the shoulders eventually, but I think the back usually goes before the shoulders.
I'd rather have a good back. Than I'll take my bum shoulder.
You should be fixing that soon, all right?
I can go back and see Steve.
I texted him the other day.
Yeah? How's he doing?
He's doing all right. He didn't say anything about...
Not working?
Yeah, I didn't see anything. All right, guys, so just wrapping up another session here at Lift Factory Las Vegas. And Had a good back workout. Had a couple meals in me, probably 3 meals, which is always ideal for me. I always mention about how, I felt better after certain times. Everyone always asks when the best time of day to train is. My preference is after meal one. That's how I've usually trained. And sometimes when I was training twice a day with weights, I just made sure I gave myself 5 hours in between. So you people that are doing your double session training, make sure that you're giving your space in between. But if you're doing a single session, I always feel best after at least one meal, but I know my pumps sometimes are better after 3 or 4 meals. So when I was really trying to put on size through my later competitive days, I was actually eating 4 meals and then I was training into the evening. Although it made it a lot harder for me because I'm someone that's really busy and my mind gets occupied with business rather than the task at hand. And I think that's why I'd rather train earlier in the morning and get the job done than having it linger all day and then having to focus on the training. Because like I mentioned in my other videos, I was always going through the workouts the day prior. So I kind of knew, and I would set my day based on, okay, I'm going to do this movement or that movement. And it was usually based off the experience I had either the week prior or 2 weeks prior and how the progression was of the physique. So I never had someone choose my training for me. I never had, I had a nutritionist where I worked between 2 nutritionists, Hani Rambod and Chris Aceto. Chris Aceto started me off. Both gave me suggestions in training, but no one ever wrote out my training routine. So I was always training with high volume. As you see here, I did at least 6 or 7 different movements, added some abs in there, did 3 to 4 sets each exercise. And what I prefer is, I did some deadlifts in there, which I did every other week, usually going up super heavy before, this time not so much. Really a power movement. I like that movement a lot, so I do include it at least once a month. My lower back has gone through phases where I felt better, I felt worse. Right now I'm feeling great. No issues. I've been really active, moving around a lot, and I'm actually, taking care of my body. So when I seem to train consistently a lot and I'm not, getting on a plane each weekend and actually sitting for too long, and I get to the gym and I train on the weekends I travel, it's so much easier for me. So ideally, that's what I like to do. I like to keep moving. I still see the chiropractor. I don't get as much tissue work as I'd like to, but right now my body's kind of clicking. I feel pretty solid. I'm sitting around 250 pounds and not trying to break any records in the gym. I'm just trying to go in and get the most beneficial workout. I don't want to be in pain the next day. So if you notice, some of the weights I'm choosy about, okay, I could go heavier. You look at my repetitions and I finish with 10 or 12. I could go heavier, right? That's not, that's no question I could train heavier. So for the guys that always hit me up and say, man, I want to come train with you and, feel like they could take me on with the weights. I'm sure a lot of people could at this point. Not really my goal. So I'm just really trying to get the best benefit, keep my body as lean as possible, allow myself to be able to eat the foods that I want to eat. My diet's not 100% strict, although I do eat on a specific diet. You guys see that every day on my Instagram and through the YouTube videos. I still use a lot of supplements when that's handy. I probably use more supplements now than I ever have in my career, just because I'm always testing out new products and I want to see how effective they are and see if long term there's a way that the products don't work as well, because I think you do need to cycle on and off products. I know there's a lot of brands, a lot of choices out there, but I take the pre-workouts more for the pump reason. The recovery products such as the amino blends and my protein, which I haven't used protein in years, and I'll be honest, like my new chocolate is like A+. Trying some new flavors that are going to launch out in the future, but the chocolate protein's been amazing. So feeling real good, and I appreciate everyone following along. I would love you guys to comment below and give me some insight on what you think your training is comparable to mine, and what maybe ideas you can bounce off, learning from my videos in the past, comparing it to now. You guys get to see firsthand, and that's always been the thing, is letting people in my life overcoming the obstacles, giving the people the motivation. Anyone can do it. We have a lot of series on our channel. We have our Q&As, we have our Ask the Doc. We have, Eric, the trainer. He puts his content up there. We have all personalities on the channel. We're always looking for new faces. So we encourage you guys to keep reaching out, keep striving for the best. 2020 is going to be a great year, great season, and let's continue to kill it together and keep working at it. But if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe now. Hit the red button, and more content to come as we blast into the rest of 2020. Let's kill it.